Just take a look at yourself. Do you really think it's gonna help if you always fighting yourself, trying to forget how you felt? Just take a look at yourself. Can't even be your own friend, cause you're way too stuck in your head. How do you think it's gonna end? Nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say, nothing that they could do to take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't.
Hi, and welcome back to Midlife Metamorphosis, Weight Loss Surgery for Over 50. I am Dana Tisdale, and I apologize profusely for the gap between the last episode and this episode. I'll update you guys on what's been going on. On March the 26th, I got a call saying that something had changed, and that I not only did I need to have 3 nutritionist appointments, but now I needed to have 12. And there was a lot of back and forth going on with my doctor's office, the surgeon side, and the nutrition side. And it was so frustrating because when I originally was told I needed to have 3 nutritionist appointments, I was told that I had to have them, that I could not have them less than a month apart. And so when I heard I needed 9 more nutrition appointments, I immediately thought, are you kidding me? I have to, this is going to be 9 more months. And so then we got on the office manager, or the lady, I don't know what her official title is, but she's the one who handles the insurance. She and I got on the phone with Aetna, my insurance, and confirmed that, yes, I did need to have 12, but Aetna didn't care whether I had all 12 of them, back to back. Like, I could go every day of the week until I got the remaining 9 out of the way. Well, then the same office that told me that the policy was that I couldn't have them less than a month apart then came back and said, no, you can't have them less than a week apart. So that is frustrating, because that means that I could have had this, I could have gone every week for 3 months and gotten the 12 out of the way by the same time that I had gotten the 3 out of the way. So what I ended up having to do was I had to go to an outside nutritionist company and pay out of my pocket to have additional sessions with somebody outside of the Methodist nutritionist office. And I wasn't really happy about that, but, I was willing to do it. Then one of the first sessions after this all came to light, I was in a session with one of the nutritionists, and she said, because every time you meet with them, you have to tell them what your current weight is. And I had lost a bit of weight. And for those of you that are just joining in on this episode without having listened to the previous ones, I started off at 223, which was the highest I had ever weighed. I kind of intentionally did that right before Thanksgiving to make sure that I would qualify. But I had lost some weight because I'm going to these nutritionist appointments, and, they're supposed to be affecting change. So this nutritionist said, you were already on the cutoff at a BMI of 35 to qualify. And so if you lose any more weight, you might not qualify anymore. So between all of the information being so fluid, I still was getting kind of conflicting information between the insurance company, the doctors, the surgeon side of the office, and the weight loss nutritionist side of the office. Things seem to just be constantly evolving, and new pieces of information were coming to light. I was really, really depressed and really frustrated. And I questioned whether I wanted to even go through with the surgery, or if I was even going to be able to qualify for the surgery, because that's what I was being told. So, and I didn't want to like castigate somebody for dropping the ball, but I kind of did want to understand where the ball did get dropped. And I think I figured it out after I started my process in November. Then a lady was hired to kind of take some of the duties that the physician's assistant was doing whenever I started the process. And I think with the handoff and the training of the new person, I think my case got dropped through the cracks. And so I'm just going to accept that, because I was really getting a little bit nervous about the competency of the doctor's office and going through with the procedure, given kind of the incompetency that I had been experiencing. So for I would say about a week and a half, I was really up in the air about whether to go forward with the surgery or not. And I kept like looking for some more information, something that would, give me a sense of confidence that things were going to go smoothly in the end. And so finally, I think whenever I kind of got nobody wanted to throw the other one under the bus, but I kind of gleaned between the two of them what had happened as far as the handoff not being smooth, and then, the new person not understanding how to verify what I needed as prerequisites. Then I decided, I've gone through all of this work, all of these tests, all of these nutrition classes, and I still have about 3 more to go at this recording, and today is Sunday, April the 16th. And so I just figured, I've gone through all of this. I owe it to myself to see it through. And so I decided to go forward with it. And so my new surgery date is May the 18th, which is a month from the original surgery date. So anyway, I'm back to feeling excited and looking forward to it. And it's kind of given me a little bit of a pass to kind of eat a little bit more than I had been, so that I would get my weight up there, so that I would be sure and qualify for the BMI whenever they make that determination. But anyway, so I apologize for the gap in the recording of these things, but I will do my best to not have that happen again. But I was really just kind of like, well, should I even be recording these episodes if I'm not even going to go through the weight loss surgery? But that has been determined. So thank you for bearing with me. So I am recording this today, just the audio version. I just really don't feel like getting all of the equipment out to do the video part. So, but I do put these episodes on YouTube, as well as on all of the podcast stations. So if you would like to tune into me on YouTube and subscribe and like, I would appreciate that. And what else? So, and if you would like to drop me an email, my email is midlife metamorphosis WLS for weight loss surgery @gmail.com. So anyway, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love any kind of feedback on how I'm doing, or if you have any questions, or you have any particular topic that you would like to see me cover, or get the information for you, maybe have other people on, or if you'd like to be on an episode with me, I would love to interview people who have been through this already, and or are planning on going through this. And so anyway, let me know. So today, I'm going to share another clip out of a video from Dr. John Pilcher of Sage Bariatrics in San Antonio, Texas. And this little clip is a video. It's a longer video. But the video clip I'm going to share with you is about kind of getting real about what your ideal weight is and your ideal weight loss will be. He really goes into some things, some aspects of it that I haven't heard anybody else cover in any of the other videos that I have listened to in the past. So I hope you find it informative. I know that I am shooting for 150 myself. I don't know where that falls in the BMI range, but that is a 70-pound weight loss. That's my goal, but I don't know if that's realistic or not, but that's my goal. My initial goal would be to get to 170. That's where I always felt like that used to be my high point, but I do feel like if I get to 170, that will be a major accomplishment for me. So anyway, I'm going to join you again after the video clip.
Any discussion about bariatric surgery weight loss has to start by clarifying the concept of ideal body weight. And I'm actually going to mention this mostly to set it aside. It is not our goal to get you down to ideal body weight. That might sound strange because you've probably all been in medical weight loss programs that have set your ideal body weight as the goal at the end of the program. And it's true that ideal body weight is the level at which people live the longest if they grow up into that weight. That's actually statistically been proven. That's where the actual numbers come from in terms of ideal body weight. But what we've learned over a long period of time, and this is universal among bariatric surgeons, is that to lose from your excess weight, your metabolic obesity, your morbid obese weight, all the way down to this reference point of ideal body weight, it's too much weight loss. That's not going to be our goal. And so when we talk about the goal of the weight loss, we're going to use some different terms. We're going to talk about what's your best weight. What's the weight at which you're the healthiest and you have the best energy, in which you have a good appearance. What's the weight that's going to be your best weight in terms of the best health benefits and not too low. I also like to call this the fairy godmother weight. What if I had a magic wand and I could just, ding, make you be the weight that you want to be? That's a useful discussion to think about. So let's start there. What would you love to be if you could do anything? Some people will pick the ideal body weight, and if they do, then I'm going to tell them that my fairy godmother weight, or my best weight goal for you, is the ideal body weight plus 20 pounds or so, 15 or 20 pounds. And if we talk about this in terms of body mass index, you know that the vast majority of people who are coming into surgery have a body mass index of greater than 35, greater than 40, and often up into the 60s and the 70s. And I will tell you that the ideal body weight has a body mass index in the range of 22 to 25. But again, that low body mass index, 22 to 25, is not our goal. We are really happy if we get people down to a body mass index of 27 to 29. Now, realistically, is everyone going to get down to their best weight or their fairy godmother weight or this body mass index 27 to 29? Probably not. And I'm going to try to give you some ideas as we sit here that you can use to apply to your own situation and get a feel for where you are likely to go or where you should go with the help of your bariatric surgery. Now, as I talk about bariatric surgery in this video, I'm referring to sleeve and gastric bypass. These operations have very similar weight loss and a very similar weight loss pace. I'm not talking about gastric banding, which has less weight loss and which is really not done anymore. In my opinion, should not be done. And I'm also not talking about duodenal switch, which loses more body weight and has a different set of health outcomes than the gastric bypass and the sleeve. So just understand this is about gastric bypass and sleeve and some practical guidelines about weight loss. You might be wondering why there's a mismatch between the ideal body weight and what I'm calling the best weight or the fairy godmother weight, which is a little bit higher than ideal. After all, ideal body weight means ideal body weight, right? And again, it is the weight at which people live the longest when they grow up into that weight. But when someone has been substantially overweight, even 50 pounds, but certainly if they're 200 pounds overweight, the body takes on some extra structure to carry that weight. And what I'm talking about is a little bit of extra bone, a little bit of extra heart muscle, a little bit of extra kidney, a little bit of extra liver, and all this adds up. And so that when a person is losing weight after being at 340 pounds, they are not able to shed all of that structure in a way that's healthy. And so in our experience, in the rare cases when people do get all the way down to ideal body weight after bariatric surgery, they feel a little bit tired and sick, and they look a little bit washed out. And that's very uncommon, but it is something that we've seen. And so it kind of reinforces for us that, yeah, the best weight, or the ideal, forgive me, the best weight to get to is ideal body weight plus a little bit. And we are still going to use ideal body weight as a reference point mathematically, but just as a reference point and not as a goal for our patients to get down to. And if you're with me on this idea that our goal for you is to lose down to this number that we're going to agree on that's called the best weight, a bit heavier than ideal body weight, the next question that comes up naturally is, well, does everybody make it to the goal? And the answer is no, not everybody makes it to the goal. Everybody does lose substantial weight, and we can start giving you some ideas about what you are likely to lose by talking about your pre-existing characteristics. So with the sleeve and the gastric...
Well, that was John Pilcher, Dr. John Pilcher of Sage Bariatric in San Antonio, Texas. What did you think? Is that kind of what you were expecting whenever you started thinking about having weight loss surgery, that you would be able to, you would not get down to your high school or your ultimate, what they have on the records, the books, is your ideal weight in that 24 to 25 BMI range? Did you know that, as a result of carrying around extra weight, that you had formed some extra structure like bone and liver and muscle mass? I was really surprised about that. I think that's a very interesting piece of information to keep in consideration, and maybe it'll be a good data point when you're talking to other people about what realistically you can expect as your weight loss. So anyway, I hope you have a fabulous week. Oh, and by the way, I am going to be doing YouTube live sessions between 3 to 5 on Sunday afternoons, and that is Central Standard Time. So hopefully, I know it's a little bit late if you're joining me from another country, maybe in Europe or wherever, but I would appreciate it if you guys would join me and we can all kind of chat and maybe help each other and support each other and get some answers to things that you may have on your mind. So anyway, take care. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Just take a look at yourself. Do you really think it's gonna help if you always fighting yourself, trying to forget how you felt? Just take a look at yourself. Can't even be your own friend, 'cause you're way too stuck in your head. How do you think it's gonna end? Nothing that